I am Emma Cooke. I am the software developer for Rfam. I joined Rfam about a year ago, and I work on any and all technical aspects of Rfam, like maintaining the website, regular release of Rfam data, workflows and processes that help data analysis, and our curation processes, amongst other things. I think my own biggest challenge personally has been learning about RNA biology. So I haven't actually joined Rfam with an RNA background. So I've really enjoyed delving into the world of RNA, learning about all of the families in Rfam, and really getting to grips with the existing science and keeping up with new science and data as it emerges. From a technical point of view, one of my biggest challenges has probably been the existing Perl code that makes up so much of Rfam's database. I would say some of those scripts are probably as old as Rfam is, a good 20 years in existence now, but at the end of the day, they still work. So they've been fun to dig into. One of my successes since starting with Rfam has been the automation of a lot of our processes. The current release process is nearly fully automated, which is a big improvement and will hopefully allow us to release Rfam data more regularly in future. Another one of my successes, I think, has maybe come from a bit of a challenge. I joined Rfam during COVID times. I joined when everyone was still working remotely. It was really unusual to go through a hiring process and joining a new team all through screens and Zoom calls. So I think it was about 3 or 4 months after I started that I met the team in person, and it was really nice to finally meet everybody properly. So I think, yeah, joining remotely and trying to get get stuck into everything, get involved in the team, and doing that well has been a success. Even in the year since I started with Rfam, there has been a few changes. We now have increased the automation of some of our processes and workflows. So we have new data available more frequently. We're running processes more regularly than we used to, and hopefully all of this improvement in automation will lead to the more regular release of Rfam data for users to be able to access that data more often. I think another big difference in Rfam since I joined is that we now actually see each other in person on a regular basis. There's been the return to office work, the return to getting together on campus, and actually seeing each other in person on a weekly basis, which has been a really nice change. It's good to see your teammates regularly, I would say. Another element of that has been nice over the past year, another element of that return to seeing each other in person has been doing some outreach work with Rfam. We recently had a public engagement fair on campus where we got to talk about the Rfam public engagement activity. We had a scientific advisory board meeting in the last year where people who haven't seen each other in person in a really long time got to get together. And I also had the opportunity to go to the RNA Society annual meeting to represent Rfam for an in-person conference, and it was really nice to meet other people in person to hear what they thought about Rfam and how they use it in their own work. I think the future of Rfam will involve a move towards more automation of our processes. I think the manual curation side of Rfam isn't going anywhere. It's completely necessary to how Rfam works. So it's not about removing that human element. It's about moving maybe the barriers that are in the way and automate and streamline any processes that can be automated so that we can enhance curation, do more data analysis, and release data more regularly to Rfam users. I also think user involvement is in Rfam's future. It would be great to see the end users involved in everything from updating the family wiki pages to maybe being able to submit their own families to Rfam for us to be able to review. So being able to involve the users of Rfam throughout our different processes would be nice to see in future.